right. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today is March 12th, 2018, and we are in week 4 of our 6 weeks to success. And now I'm out of breath, Martha. Now I'm out of breath. So, let me see. Does it show from beginning? Do you see 6 weeks to success again?
Yes.
Perfect. So we're in week 4. Yay, congratulations. And today Martha's with me. So thank you for joining the 6 weeks to success. We have, as the Team Thunder, we've never made it this far. So I was going to do it by myself. So thank you for joining. So, whoa, we're halfway there. And I know you're just joining the first week, but this is the 4th of 6 weeks, which is a little bit over halfway, but we're not living on a prayer. We're doing what needs to be done, and prayers are still taken for our business. So this is what we've learned so far. You've learned, well, Martha, I don't know, have you watched any of the replays?
I have not, because, my situation right now is just
Yeah, I'm
crazy,
sorry.
So.
Well, I'm glad you're making this one, and hopefully you'll learn some great stuff. So what we've learned in the last 3 weeks is that you've got to increase your product knowledge in order to maximize your sales and your bookings. We also learned that our beliefs decide what we believe that we can do. We talked about how our brain doesn't know any different. So if we don't believe that somebody's going to order, or we think, oh, that person's never going to host a party, then our actions start coming out from our beliefs, and we start talking like they're not going to order or book a party. And then our beliefs determine our actions, and our actions determine our results. And more than likely that person will not book with us because of the way we presented it and the way they thought that we were believing. And so it's kind of like a circle. Our beliefs determine our actions determine our beliefs, and our beliefs determine our results. Or no, I got that wrong. Beliefs, actions, results. And our results reinforce our beliefs because we're like, yep, see, I knew that person wouldn't book. So we've learned how to talk to people out and about and how to book parties at our shows and words to say at both. We've also learned that our passion shines through and can completely influence purchases and bookings at parties. We've learned that you have to host coach effectively to keep our sales, our bookings at every party, and a constant pool of leads. And we've also learned that skills will make a huge difference in every party. When we know our products, we can sell our products. When we know what to say, we know how to respond to objections, and we'll turn maybes into yeses. When we tweak our host coaching skills, we have much bigger parties with much better results. Host coaching is where we earn our paycheck, and at the parties where we pick it up. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. We talked about making a video for our host coaching so that we could just send it to our host instead of having to write out everything. I've actually seen where consultants have taken pictures of the words that they've sent and then sent those pictures as part of their host coaching, because it is a lot when you're typing out the exact same thing over and over again, especially for virtual parties. So we have a fridge reminder sheet to give our hosts, and I actually just got that together today. This is a training from Senior Director Jennifer Courtney, and she lives in the Midwest, I believe. Maybe she lives in Massachusetts. I looked that up, and then I can't remember. But she has a really nice action plan for our hosts that's, here are 6 things that you can do for your party, and it talks about inviting, words to say when people say they can't make it, showing the catalog, and it's also, she has one also for virtual. So after the call today, when I put this in the 6 weeks, the training secret group that we have, I will also post those 2 documents. So you can copy them, or you can download them, and they're in Word format, so you can just change up the, all my information's on it because I changed it up from Jennifer's. Are we still recording? Yes. Can you see my, I hope that didn't, I have notifications coming through. So today we're going to discuss recruiting. So people who join your team, you actually get a raise because you have a team, and the more people you have on your team and the more sales that you reach for the, what is the word I'm looking for? The, not the qualifications, but the levels, then the more freedom you have, the more exciting it is to help people be able to earn money as well, and it's very rewarding. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So recruiting is actually just having a conversation. Sometimes it's really scary to talk to somebody about joining your team or joining Pampered Chef, and really we think about how much Pampered Chef has changed our lives, and some consultants will say that we are not doing anyone any favors by keeping that secret to us, that we should be sharing that secret of how great Pampered Chef is and can be for everyone. There's not a perfect thing that you can say to someone who's not interested. So, you know, you're going to run into people who are definitely don't want to join. So there's really nothing wrong that you can say to a person who is going to sign. So if somebody wants to join, you can't say something and they'll be like, oh, I'm not joining because you said that. You're just helping the potential consultant decide if this is something for them. So there's a recruit at every party. I've heard this several times, but is there a recruiter? So today we want to look at, when we're having a party, what are some key things to look for? So when you're doing a virtual party, you want to look for those people who like or comment on lots of posts, talk about how much they love the products. Those are people who may be interested in joining, may be interested in hosting a show for you. When you're talking to someone and you approach them, maybe through a message or just having a conversation with them, be aware of those who are giving you a soft no. So a soft no is, well, I really don't think I'd be very good at Pampered Chef. That's a soft no. They're thinking about Pampered Chef, but they really are afraid. So then what we can do is just talk to them about their concerns and show them that, you know, it's not a lifelong commitment, that they can just try it out and they never know. You know, maybe they'll excel, maybe they will, you know, maybe it won't be for them, but they'll never know unless they try. Let me see. Reach out to those who comment on your posts, that the Ask Me a Question post. Hopefully you're putting that in your virtual parties, at every virtual party, and you give them ideas of things that they can ask, like, do I sit at the computer all day doing a virtual party making posts? You know, what are the perks? What are the commission? What made you join? What's your favorite product? Things like that. And those people who do ask questions, you can reach out to them easily and personal message them. Obviously, you're not going to personal message a group of people, but because it's a one-on-one thing that you want to do, and you're building a relationship. So here's something that you could write to them. Hi, Kim, thanks for your participation in Susie's party. I always like to follow up on the business question post because I never know who is just asking to get in on the freebie and who wants the extra tickets or who is seriously interested. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? What other questions can I answer for you? So you send that all at once. You don't like send it separately. And they're going to either respond with, oh, I just wanted the tickets, or maybe they'll respond by saying, oh, I have a couple questions, or oh, I have thought of it. And then you just start a conversation with them and answer their questions. Make sure that you're listening or reading to what they are asking. You could, one consultant offers a 5-minute phone call to answer anything else. So you answer a few questions and say, hey, do you want to chat on the phone for 5 minutes and I can answer any other questions? And then tell them to give it a try at least for 30 days. It's a pretty simple business and worth trying. and that they can do 99% of their from their phones, and that you can teach them how to do that too. And you can also ask them to ask the people if they'd have a show for them, and to think about the first 4 friends who they know would have a show, and to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm thinking about joining Pampered Chef. Would you have a party for me? Also invite them to our Look and Learn group event. You can invite anyone. People who have not commented on the Look and Learn, people who you're just having a conversation. You're just inviting them to take a look at Pampered Chef if they, so that they can see what you do. It's more of an invitation to see what you do. Maybe you have friends who want to support you, and to say, hey, I would love for you to come and take a look at our Look and Learn event, and tell me what you think about it. So you're not saying, hey, would you join my team and come to this opportunity event and look. It's more of an invitation for them to come to the Look and Learn and just see what Pampered Chef is all about. And you can invite people anytime. It doesn't have to be a couple days before the event happens. You just let them know we do this every 2 weeks. So you're in the group now, and when it starts, I'll be sure to message you and let you know that day so you can be looking for it. And then we all know where the Look and Learn group is. I should customize that and put Look and Learn instead of all those numbers at the bottom. I'll try to do that this week. So that was my part that I added to the training. I haven't done that before. This is what Jennifer has for her training. How do you know what to say? It's actually pretty easy. Just follow our 7-question recruiting flyer if you're on the phone. Follow your recruiting cards if you're in person, and then just ask the question and shut up and listen. It's really important that you listen to what the person who's talking about and what their concerns are, what they like about Pampered Chef, so that you can tailor, you can show how Pampered Chef could fit their likes and interests, or how to help them overcome their concerns. So here's the 7-questionnaire interview worksheet, and this is, I believe, right in our Consultants Corner. So most important opening question is, let me ask you, do you have a question on why you should become a consultant, or just how to get started? So if you're at a party and you're doing a cooking show and you're doing your checkout, and you ask them, you see that they maybe checked on that they're interested in joining Pampered Chef, then you could just ask them, did you want to get started right away, or do you have other questions? Because some people do want to get started right away, and so they can order their kit right then. Here are some questions that you can ask. Tell me what it is about Pampered Chef that interests you. And you see that these are open-ended questions. They're not yes or no answers, so that you have a chance to hear what the person has to say, what she or he likes. What type of qualities do you think that you would have that would make you a great consultant? And if you see, some of these are questions that we post in our Look and Learn. When you look at the calendar over the next 6 to 8 weeks, do you think you could have 4 to 6 days that you could leave your home for a few hours to have a Pampered Chef party? If no, is this an issue just with the next 2 months, like July or August, or how does the month to month look? So these are so that they can do recipe nights. And I've been doing training with the directors and above. Home office does the training while they do an hour leadership webinar call. And part of it is training, and part of it is information for us to know what's going on in the business. And one of the things that they said is that consultants who do both virtual and cooking shows, those consultants tend to stay with Pampered Chef longer. So that's always, interesting to me. There are some virtual consultants who only do virtual, and they're going to be with Pampered Chef forever. And there are some who are just cooking recipe consultants, and they're going to stay with Pampered Chef forever. But they say those who are starting out, the ones who tend to do both and mix it up a little bit, they tend to stay with Pampered Chef longer. And then you can ask, on the days you have shows? Do you have someone who can watch your kids? Most will say their husband. Have you discussed this with your husband? How does he feel about you starting your own PC business? And this is really tailored towards only doing recipe nights because, you know, virtual shows, you can work that with your kids at home. So it costs $109, $159. Is it $250 or is it $249? I always forget if it's I think it's $250 plus tax to start your business. Is that something you feel you can afford? What type of training do you find works best for you? And then recap from the first 6 questions like this. Pam, it's clear to me that the Pampered Chef would be a great fit for you. You have many qualities that would help you build a successful business, and then tell them a couple of those. And you clearly have the time to work your business consistently. You have a great support from your family, and you have the money to invest in your kit. So my last question is, when do you want to get your first paycheck? Or so what do you think? Are you ready to get started? So then we have a video that Jennifer made of how she does the 7-question interview. And I will put that in the questionnaire today. I'll add that to the questionnaire that we always do at the end of our, during the week to recap our homework. And then you can also find these questions on Consultants Corner under recruiting. And I think I'll just put that right into, I don't think that's going to show up. I think I have to share that. I'll put that in the group too. So there are some interview cards on Pampered Chef. They're in our supply cart for business, and they cost $12. Some of them are, I mean, it's a set, and you have bookings for people to book a party, and you have the, I believe you have the interview cards. We used to have actual cards, and these look different. I have not seen these before, so I don't know if they're an actual card, but they can help as well. And you can go look at them in the supply cart or in the business shopping cart. So the instructions, if you don't know what to say, this is, I'll see if I can share this. Something to introduce the business. I don't think that. Oh, that's new. Okay. Oh, I'm not logged in. Boy, I came home and I just had time to start the video. So let me see if that's coming on. I don't know. I'll come back to that. So don't freak out. Remember, it's just a conversation. And really, it's just to see if they want to earn extra money, how Pampered Chef can help them. So we're still working on skills. We've worked on passion and our belief. So we're still working on our own skills. You know, we can change our skills. We can change our belief, and we can change our passion. And we talked about how these pillars will hold up our success and help us get there. But if we have one of these pillars that is missing, then, you know, it's going to fall down. And we want to be successful. Skills are such a major component of for your success. The more you tweak your skills, the more you learn about selling, host coaching, booking, recruiting, the better your business is going to be. The bigger your skills, the bigger your check. Ooh, I don't know if you can see this. I could see it earlier, but again, skills are one of the easiest pillars in our belief because our business, because it's the one everyone can fix anytime they need to, simply by practicing recruiting with a friend. You just might, you could ask them, yeah, can I practice my recruiting spiel with you? And maybe they'll want to join after you're done. Developing personal about your business. Personnel, I wonder what that's supposed to be. Developing personal about your business. Being more personal about your business. So, I'm sorry about that. I tried to find all the mistakes. Studying the simple recruiting cards. Watch and listen to home office and my trainings. Come to team meetings. recipe nights and take my classes, like this class. So recipe nights, we're kind of far away for recipe nights, but I've been saying you could do your own recipe night when you're at home, if you have a place or maybe a friend's house, and invite people there and say, hey, I'm practicing a recipe for Pampered Chef. You want to come and try it out? And that's a way to show people your business, but also just to connect and to build relationships. Go to conference. Conference is in August this year, September. I do have the dates. I just haven't posted them in the group yet, but I have downloaded the dates and the posts. Conference is amazing. There's over 3,000 consultants that you get to mingle with for 3 days. Plus you get to be, with me. It's going to be so awesome. But our upline directors who are our upline directors above me, we have Lori Koning and then Sherry Clausen, and they're going to be there. Sherry has a big one night where we get to go and be we've been in her hotel room. I don't know if it's always going to be in her hotel room, but we meet and we have like a little meeting one night. So that's so much fun. Listen to the tips to the top. Oh, I should have taken that off. Listen to the coffee talks. That's what we should do. The tips from the top are no longer. Those were around a couple of years ago. So the coffee talks are wonderful to listen to, and we have them. You can find them in our albums. If you go to the albums, you'll see a whole section on Coffee Talk replays. Also, they're in our Google Documents. I have, or our Evernote. I have all of them listed. I just posted that a couple days ago in our group. Read books on recruiting, sharing, and direct sales for dummies. I have not read that yet. I watch YouTube trainings and do lots of shows. You'll get better and better sharing with every party. Skills are easily taught and easily caught. You can do it. Also, I watched another training with, I think his name is Anthony, was talking about recruiting, and he did an amazing job of giving some pointers. Like he said, when you're doing the checkout with somebody, if they have the rock crock, you can just mention, you can get the rock crock and all these products for $159. And the rock crock is, whatever one they're purchasing, $109 or $149. Have you ever thought about joining Pampered Chef? And I have to watch it again because he was really just put it out there. And you have to ask more than one time. Just because somebody says no the first time, it doesn't mean they're saying no forever. And we've talked about that on the directors page, that some of the consultants who are successful directors, they ask their hosts 7 times before they stop asking, different times during their show. Like when they get their host packet and they're going through their host packet with them, they ask them. Just before they'll say, hey, have you ever thought about joining Pampered Chef? And just leave it at that. If they say no, say, okay, I just wanted you to see, I put the half that we have the Kit Credit coupon in your host packet, and I just wanted to go over that with you so you knew about it. Then just before the party started, hey, have you thought any more about joining Pampered Chef? If you want to join, we can switch this party over and you can get commission and earn host rewards. And then during the party, you talk about how great they are at whatever they did in the party. They would make a great consultant. And before they get their host rewards and picked out all their stuff, to point out that they can use their host rewards for a Kit Credit again. And then even after the show, show them how much that they would have earned with Pampered Chef, and they got 3 bookings. The bookings would be theirs. Are they sure they don't want to join? Things like that. So do you have any questions, Martha?
I had to unmute it again. No.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah, I like the idea about, I had never thought about uh, the Rock Crock and the, just $40 more being able to get a kit. So that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look more at.
Yeah, and I always, everybody says that they say, like everybody, you just try it for 30 days and see, give us 30 days, see what you can do with Pampered Chef. And then at the end of 30 days, you decide. And actually, Sheila, who just joined our team, when she joined, she said, okay, I'm going to try it for 30 days, Judy. And so just, they don't have to marry Pampered Chef. Just try. I just think our team is so wonderful and it's a lot of fun. And if they're successful, they'll stick with it. If not, they have a kit. If it doesn't work out for them, they have a kit.
And that's well worth it.
It is. Oh, just a moment. Okay. My cat. Is it staticky now? I'm sure it is.
No, it's,
Okay.
I'm
Good.
still.
Oh, I've really struggled. I finally figured it all out. One time Pepper was on the thing and she was on there like 20 minutes, me trying to get her to hear me. She couldn't hear anything. And then I've been on the phone with people before. Just call, we'll just talk and I'll go through the video. So the homework, this is the homework. We have a call that you listen to. This week is by Brenda Copy and Genevieve Black. And this is the link. I'll post it in the group. And it's also on the questionnaire, so you'll have it right there. And then the questionnaire also has some more recruiting trainings that you can listen to. So I'm going to stop the recording. And oh, I can't seem to pick it up. Let me see. I'm so funny. No, I don't want to end meeting. Are we even recording? Yes, stop recording. There we go.